Hey guys, so this is a new concept that I wanted to try out. As you can tell by the title, it's my shot at a mental math YouTube channel. And I don't know exactly what that's going to entail yet, but I picture it. My vision is that um, I'm going to showcase different methods for mental math and just I don't really know actually, but I decided to go ahead and give it a try because it's something that's been on my mind for a while. And okay, so this program it's on a website called Math Drills. It's mainly for like math worksheets for younger kids to like get multiplication tables down. But there's this one feature on this website. It's like a random number generator that you can practice like multiplication or just any really operation. And most people that do this are probably younger kids whose parents make them do this. But being the nerd that I am, I have used this program to practice even higher, like expanding my range of numbers that I can even operate with. So I don't really know my range right now, but I'm pretty comfortable with this range right here, just to kind of show off what it is that I do and what it is that I've been practicing for a few years. So yeah, I'll just go ahead and demonstrate that now. I'm not like perfect or anything. There's people that are a lot faster than me, but oops, got that one wrong. Man, I really wanted to get 100% on this recording. And these are like really easy. I might have to do another one. Just so you guys know that I'm not that awful. Man, they're giving me crazy easy ones. This is kind of unlucky. But this is basically the gist. That was a pretty good one. And right now there's a lot of things going through my head right now when I still didn't get 100% on that one. Wow. I'm going to be honest. I'm a little bit nervous. I usually do this by myself, not in front of anybody. And even though I'm technically by myself now, it still feels like that I'm in front of people. But like I said, I'm not perfect. And that's one of the reasons for starting this. I want to, at the very least, if nobody's entertained by this, then I'll at least get better myself. So that's how I'm going to be staying optimistic. But if you are interested in this idea, then consider subscribing, consider dropping a like, consider sharing this, because my main point for making this channel is to kind of build a community around this kind of stuff, where people can, get better at mental math, or even like start a new hobby, kind of like I did a few years ago. Right now, I just don't have a lot of people I can talk to about this kind of thing, and that's kind of my goal. I want it. Of course, if that doesn't work out, then I'm gonna, still get better at mental math through this, which is great. But if you want to be a part of that, if you want to be a part of getting better, or if you want to, even delve into this hobby. It seems a lot harder than it actually is. If you're not very good at math, then I promise you that with practice, you can be if you want to be. And of course, if you're not interested in wanting to begin the hobby of mental math and quick calculation, then you can always just stay tuned for the videos. Feel free to ask any questions. If you ever need any help or want to be taught things, I would love to help you. That's kind of why I have this. I want to help people. So if you want, if you have any questions or anything like that, feel free to comment below or anything like that. So next, I'm going to explain kind of how I got into this whole scene. And I guess I'm going to be doing some more runs of this to practice talking in front of people while doing math, which is actually pretty difficult. More difficult than I anticipated. Okay, sweet. There's my 100 I've been looking after. Okay, so how I got into this was in 7th or 8th grade. I don't remember exactly when it was, but I watched this YouTube video. I can link it in the description. It was a TED Talk by a guy named Arthur Benjamin. And Arthur Benjamin, the last time I checked, he was a professor at, and I'm not going to be going as fast, by the way, this math while I'm talking, just to kind of practice. So sorry about that. But Arthur Benjamin was, or he might still be, I haven't really kept tabs on him, but he was / is a professor at a college. Don't remember the name of the college, but for mathematics. And on the side, he would do these, it was almost like magic acts. And I think he called them mathemagics. So it was kind of in the style of a magic act, but it was like math themed. So it was like, he would ask the crowd, like his opener would be like, give me 2 numbers, like anybody give me 2 numbers, and then I'll multiply them together and tell you the answer, like in literally a second. And it was so neat. And he would just kind of keep going up from there. Like he would do 3 digits, 4 digits, and then he'd start like squaring numbers. And then like his grand finale would be squaring a 5-digit number using kind of the methods that I think he created them. But I mean, I feel like he did. But it was like, oh, it was so neat. And I definitely wanted to learn more. Found out that he had books that he released, and so I bought his books. I actually got them for Christmas, which is like super nerdy. I'm a nerd if you guys didn't already pick that up, but everybody who's watching this probably did. Yes, I got math books for Christmas to practice math. And I studied the crap out of those books for real. Wait, that's right. And I learned his methods, and I started practicing more and more, just kind of on my own time. And I got pretty decent at them, actually. I still, like, there's some that I haven't even touched just because, like, they're insane. But I feel like I have a pretty good base knowledge for the methods that Arthur Benjamin outlined in his books. But the best part is that you can always get better. Like, there's never like a stopping point, because numbers can continue going forever. So that's just one of the reasons that this intrigues me. Like, you can never be the best, or I guess you can be the best, but you can never be it. Like, you can never max out, which is pretty awesome, in my opinion. And I know there's a lot of people who are better at this than me, but there's just no community for this kind of stuff. Or at least not one that I know about. If you do know about one, or know people who might be interested in this, definitely share this with them, because I do want to talk to those people. And I don't really know, like, that's of course my vision, but I want this to get as big as possible. But I'm not really chasing after like fame or anything like that. I just want people to know about this, and, you know, maybe discover a new hobby that they would have never thought that they enjoyed. This, like, video games, arguably, I love video games, by the way, but video games, pretty, like, okay, maybe they can help with, like, reaction times and stuff. Oh, that's 592. Okay, that was right. Maybe they can help with, like, reaction times and other stuff, and, like, quick decision making. But ultimately, I don't know, video games are just, I don't know, I don't feel like they're that useful. Like, they're fun. I love video games. I just played through SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom for the Nintendo Switch, and it was awesome. I played through Luigi's Mansion. I'm a big Nintendo person. Love video games, but I don't know, I feel like this hobby is a lot more useful. There's so many more instances where opportunities to exercise this hobby appear than video games. And even though even faster reaction times, like, that might be a little more implicit, like you might not, even recognize when, that takes effect in your daily routine. But, like, this is something that you can pinpoint, and even it gets pretty good reactions from people, which is kind of what another thing that kind of gave me some optimism that this might work. This idea of a mental math YouTube channel, because like I know a lot of people who are, I mean, maybe they don't want to know like how everything works and everything, but they are interested at least in the fact that, you know, somebody can do quick math in their head. And once again, I'm not claiming to be perfect. I'm not even claiming to be like I've seen some like crazy quick people. I've seen some crazy methods, people pouring in a lot of time to doing this kind of thing, but I just there's just no real community. And once again, that's kind of the point for this. But there is one, like, you could consider it a community, I guess. It's like, it's on this app called QuizUp. It's in, it's like a trivia app, and there's one section, like a math section, and it generates like a question from a pool of questions of like, operate on these numbers, like 23 times 14 or you know, something like that. And then it's the first person to get it right, like the faster person wins, basically. And through that app, they've organized like tournaments and stuff. I mean, I've met a lot of cool people on that app who like math, and you know, it's been really fun. That arguably is what, you know, made me continue doing this and, you know, motivating me to take this further. And I grinded that game a lot. But it's only fun up to a certain point, because you start to see repeats of the same question. Like, it doesn't randomly generate numbers for you to operate on. It randomly generates a question from a pool of questions. So you start like recognizing the same ones, and it's multiple choice. So like, maybe you're like, oh, that's the one that ends in a 4 or something like that. And it's just not like, I don't know if that makes sense or not, but like, it's multiple choice. Instead of like knowing the answer, you recognize it, you know? So it's not even like it doesn't really help you out. It's not like truly what mental math is, and it doesn't truly test who can like do it quicker, who can like operate on these numbers quicker. And so that kind of drove me away a lot, and that removal of me from that community helped me find this website right here, where I spent a lot of time, like my junior and senior years of high school, just practicing a lot on this website, just doing math for fun. And I'm all right with that. And just getting better. I have gotten a lot better. I swear, I've seen the same question, like, and I was just talking about how that QuizUp generated this thing. Oh, I missed that last one. I'm so dumb. I was just talking about how QuizUp generated the same questions. And now this website's doing it too. But this is like, that was a coincidence that happened. But yeah, I practiced a lot on this website, but even this website has a lot of things that I wish were better. Like, I wish that, like, I'm going to butcher this question. I know it's 98, but I'm going to say 97. Like, there's, like, unless I'm constantly looking down here, I guess, like, and I guess I can do that. Like, I'm not going to know I missed it, or it doesn't tell me what the correct answer was if I missed it, so I would have to pull up my calculator and type it in. And I know that wouldn't take too long, but if you're on a good run, then you don't really want to take time away from that. And then, like, at the end of your run, you might have forgotten what question it even was. So, like, that's one thing that is kind of annoying about that. And just another thing, one of the main things, actually, there's no way for you to gauge your progress, like, over time. And like, if you're as invested as me in wanting to get better at this. And I know like my scores haven't really shown that I'm super good, but I promise you off camera, when the cameras are off, I'm pretty good. And over time, I will overcome that that kind of boundary between talking and performing. I'm going to learn how to do those simultaneously, but right now I'm just dog crap at it, which is okay. But there's a lot of deficiencies in this program. And I know like it's not this website's fault. Like this website is not made for people like me. It's made for people who, actually need to practice their basic times tables, because I feel like the basic times tables, at least, like you don't have to take it, like you don't have to be good at math, or you don't have to be good at math to do this. And even if you don't do this, that doesn't mean you're not good at math. Like both those statements are true. And this website wasn't made for people who are looking to, like me, who are looking to take it one step further. But the problem is I haven't found a program that is. Like there probably is one, but this is like the best that I had to work with on the internet. And I got to thinking, like, if only there was a way, like there's so many things that I want my way. So it might even be impossible to find like the perfect one. So what if I just made one myself? And that was just kind of hanging over my head for a while. Like, man, I really wish I knew how to code, knew how to program, so I can make something like this myself. But the problem was I had no coding experience. So like, how was I supposed to, like, I didn't even know where to start. I didn't know what program to use or anything like that. So, that was when I was a senior in high school. So college was starting, the subsequent fall, which was last fall. And I knew I was going in as a math major, because math is this is just one part of math that I just like to do for fun. But I truly have an appreciation for the subject. I really enjoy the math classes that I've had so far, and I'm excited to see, what there is in the future for me. So I really do have an appreciation for the subject. But the problem with the math major is that you don't really have a lot of programming classes. Like there's this one you can take as like an elective, or like not an elective, but like for my degree, I can take like related courses to math, and that's part of the major. You have to like have a certain number of credit hours in that criteria. And programming is one of the, like a basic programming class is one of those. So I decided just to take that, maybe learn, just to kickstart. Like that was all that I wanted, like just to kickstart maybe a knowledge of programming that I could use maybe to code something like this, something just better than this. Like that's all that I wanted. I didn't matter how it looked, or I didn't care how it looked. I just wanted something that functions better than this. And after the first programming class, it was tough. Like I commend all computer science majors, everybody who knows how to code. Like that stuff is tough. And I know, like, I guess it's harder with no experience, because a lot of people who took that class had a lot of but there's just some really good programmers and like just super smart people. And I'm just not very good at programming. I'm sure if I had more experience, more practice with it, just like this kind of stuff, or just really with any kind of stuff, I would get better. But I'm just, as of now, and especially as of the time I finished that class, I was just not very good at programming. There's a lot of misconceptions that I had. There's just a lot that I needed to work on. And I knew that I could not make, like if I truly, and I'll admit that I kind of goofed off a little bit. I didn't necessarily always do my work when I was supposed to. So I'm sure with the knowledge I had from that class, I probably could have created something like this. But it wasn't until my next programming class, and I knew I had to take another one because I needed to get better. I knew I was in the right step. It was a step in the right direction to making something like this. So I took another class, and I also declared a minor in computer science because I really do like it. I'm not very good at it, but I do like it a lot, and I feel like it will be beneficial for me in my career later on if I remotely know how to code. So I decided to do that, and it would give me an excuse to learn more about how to create something like this. So I took another class, and this time I applied myself more, and I ended up learning kind of the stuff I didn't learn in my first class. And I picked up, even though I didn't learn everything in this class, I learned a lot, and enough to convince myself that I could, go ahead and get a start. I think I started in March, which would have been my own program in the middle of, I think it was during spring break. That was kind of when COVID hit. So it was a perfect excuse to go ahead and start making the program. And I really enjoyed, or have enjoyed, because I'm still working on it. I poured in probably 100+ hours on it. I've really enjoyed getting it to where it is today. My program, it's in command prompt, so it does not look appealing at all. And I would show you maybe in a different video, because that's not really the point of this video. But yeah, it's in command prompt. It looks like dog crap, but it performs pretty well. Like, I'm pretty satisfied with how it's turned out so far. What I've been able to create, like, I've been surprised because I've come a long way. Ooh, check out this method. Look at that. I can't wait to tell you guys about how I just did that and what method I used. And oh man, I'm so excited for what I can do. I hope there's people that enjoy this and that want to know more. But yeah, my program's performing pretty well. I use it. That's kind of my main program that I use right now, but the problem is it looks really bad. So I decided to go here just because this has a better UI. And just, it kind of helped with my commentary a little bit. And so, yeah, I've used, in the future, maybe I'll look into making my own program a little more appealing, and that's what I want to be using mostly. And it has been helpful in gauging progress, what I need help on. And that'll make more sense as if you stick around. So I hope you do, because I'm really looking forward to what can be accomplished and how many people can find a new hobby, a new passion, and all the new people I can talk to about this kind of stuff. Because frankly, I'm pretty tired of, well, I'm not tired. Of course, if there's nobody who likes this, then I'm still going to be doing this myself, going to be chilling, riding solo, and that's going to be just fine. Crap. 4, 2, 8, maybe that? Okay, good. Hold up. Man, I'm still super bad at commentating and doing this. And I will get better at that. I'm confident of that. But anyway, yeah, I hope you stick around. That's pretty much my story. I'm sure I left out some things that you might learn later on. But that's pretty much it. If you want to see more, if you want to support what I'm doing, even if you hate math, consider subscribing, consider leaving a like. That would be awesome. Or, show somebody else if you're not interested, and that might be, because I have a vision for what this channel could be, and even if I don't reach that, then I think I've said this like 3 times already, but like, there's no way I can lose. But I would love for as many people to get into this as possible. That's my true vision. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in another video.